Thank you for listening to our Curdy Podcast. My name is Jim. I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight.
Hi, thank you for listening to our Curdy Podcast. My name is Jim. I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight.
I swear to Christ, what kind of hell are you coordinating?
Thank you for listening to our Cleric podcast tonight. My name is Jim, and I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight.
Thank you for listening to my Pretty Podcast. My name is Jim. Thank you for listening tonight.
Hello. Welcome to our Cleric Podcast. I am also Jim, and thank you for listening.
Hi. Thank you for listening to our Cleric Podcast. My name is Jim, and I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight.
Hi. Thank you for listening to our Cleric Podcast. My name is Jim, and I'm about to jump off a bridge. I don't know where the fuck y'all are coordinating these decisions here, but I don't like it. And because of that, we're going to start the session by having Sinbad, the comedian. He's going to show up, and he happens to have 5 9th level spell slots, and he casts Power Word Kill on all of you. The game's over. We're done. Good night.
I don't think that's legal. Yep.
No.
Judge.
I'm the judge.
Heather, how big is the vein in his head? Like pulsing right now.
Luckily, it's dark, so I can't quite see it from across the room, but he's staring me down.
Can you see the lasers coming out of his eyes?
You better sleep with one eye open.
It makes me feel better. That wasn't her.
One eye open.
It wasn't her idea this time, so.
What do you mean this time? Which was her idea the previous time? All right, so I'm going to rewind time and start that again, but without the goof.
I think it was done perfectly.
Yeah, that was really good.
Aside from the half hour of everyone waiting to see who was going to chime in first.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
All right, we're going to do this again. Thank you for listening to our Curdy Podcast. My name is Jim. I'll be your DM tonight.
My name is Lewis. I play Ritz, the Goblin Cleric.
Thank you for listening. My name is Kat, and I play Wren, the Tiefling Warlock.
Hi, my name is Heather. I play Lyra Nightshade, the half-elf rogue.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I play Bramblespore, the Gnome Druid.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I play Sal, the Warforged fighter.
Whoa.
Hold on. Hold on. Time out. Who the fuck is
that
Jeremy?
That just has to cause chaos, every single.
I did exactly what was asking me. I just casually dropped my real name in there. It's no big deal.
Okay, see, so that was the thing, is I didn't know your name, so I didn't know if you had made up a fake name, or if you were actually going by Jeremy now instead of...
My name is
Sapper.
My real name is Jeremy.
That's what he goes by via witness protection.
That makes more sense now.
It's good knowing you guys. I gotta pack up everything I own and move again.
No. We started this podcast. We're not ending it. I don't give a shit.
His handler is so mad. God damn it! We went over this.
He's the one person that does listen to this podcast.
Did Sapper fuck up his cover again? Motherfucker. Do you know the paperwork I'm going to have to do?
Well, if he was smart, he just would have saved it on his computer. He'd be all set. Redo the PDF.
Yeah, but the problem is he only got to being a handler because he's older and has been there for a while, so he doesn't know how to save the PDF.
This is the government too, so gotta.
Because he's still trying to type in a Word document.
He's actually in Notepad, or he's got a PDF up, but he's got the text over PDF, but not the smart PDF where it fills in the fields. It's just a randomly typing over the PDF
so awkwardly
document.
sits there.
Yep.
I feel like that could be a real cover for witness protection, though. Okay, your new name is Sapper, and here's your disguise. And it's just the plastic glasses with the fake nose and mustache.
Go play some video games.
I mean, Sapper, if you really wanted to do a disguise, you could just shave your beard, and nobody would know you.
That is never going to happen.
Have the two-tone face.
Never.
Note to people hunting, he now has a beard. So, on topic, does anybody not remember what happened last time?
I got my notes right here.
Go ahead.
So, these are my bullet points. They're in the form of stars. Order of the Sacred Flame. I got the word peaceful circled above them. Arcane Circle. wants to give us stuff. They got 3 circles next to their name. I like them. And then there's an X next to Dickhead Plateface, Captain Devlin. We don't like him.
Why wouldn't you like him? What did he do to
Pretty
you?
sure he killed that Druid guy that we saved and took his head. No proof yet, but we're pretty sure he took his head because he's trying to find the ring that I may or may not know of in character. I forget about that part.
Well, right
okay.
now you
So, yeah.
all know about it.
He wants the ring. We saying we don't have it, even though we have it, and he knows we have it. He may try to kill us.
I think I have it right now, right?
Oh, good. He may try to kill you then.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Sal took it out of his chest with the ornate, like you saw the gears and stuff moving out of the way as the chest plate came over, and then he handed it to you as the knock of the door came out, and that was when Professor Alaric showed up with the portal through the door. And then the last thing that had happened after all of that, after you failed to read your contracts, and Sal tried to eat the contract.
To be fair, I don't think I even know about this contract. That's why I didn't read it.
Well, you know about it now. You just weren't
yeah.
there when it was signed, because you got that oversized tunic for the rusty sword. But you guys had just exited the morgue after finding the 2 headless bodies, one of which belonging to Erevan, and you saw Captain Devlin walking by as he kind of taunted you and was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill anybody. And then he got real close and you had to climb up Sapper. Not really, but not really. And he turned to Sapper and said, it'd be a real shame if something happened to your friends. And then he turned to Lyra and put his hand up to pet the ferret that she always keeps around her neck, and looked at her and said, it'd be a bigger shame if something happened to your friends' friends. And then he smirks and starts walking past you all. And then he stops about 5 feet away, unless somebody stops to say something to him, turns on his heels and goes, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you were all involved in Erevan's death, so we've placed this city under lockdown. My entire contingent has surrounded this village, this town, Millfield, and we're going to get to the bottom of why Erevan was out in the wild and why he happened to die right after you supposedly saved him, and why Mila Swiftarrow is so eager to cover for you. I think the people of this town deserve answers. Don't you?
I put my hood up and turned away from him.
Is Professor Alaric still with us?
You left him in the hotel room because he was basically handcuffed or zip-tied to a bed.
I guess I turn and follow Ritz. I glare at what's his dick first, and then I turn and follow Ritz.
Dickhead Plateface.
Yeah.
Ren's just going to make a face at him, like stick out her tongue and follow everybody else.
I don't even acknowledge him. I just follow the rest of the group.
Sal, what do you do?
I'll stand kind of where he was at. And he walked kind of behind me, right?
Yep, he has walked past you all.
I'll turn around so my shoulders are square with him, and I'll stare at him for a little while and make a show of looking him up and down, and then I'll just turn around and walk back with my friends.
So as you guys are leaving this particular area, you're going to hear him declaring that Millfield is now under martial law by decree of the Ironclad Legion. The village is surrounded, and everyone will submit themselves for inspection and interrogation as we investigate the death of Erevan. And then he yells out to you all, don't get too comfy. We'll make our way over to the inn. We'll be there shortly. Don't go anywhere.
I'll have some tea ready. I'm gonna spit in their tea.
Can you give bad mushroom?
We need to move faster.
So are you all going back to the inn, or are you planning to do something else in town? I assumed when I heard Ritz was walking away, he was going back to the Rusty Sword, but
Yeah,
I
that's where I'm
don't want
heading.
to assume.
I want to
talk-
go back. Yeah. I want
Can
to talk to
I,
Professor Alaric.
can I say to Sal and Lyra with telepathy, like, should I ask if we can hide the ring and Sal again if we're going to get searched?
Hopefully we're not here for the search.
I'm gonna look back. If we can't get out of here, then definitely a discussion we need to have. But I'm hoping that we can talk to Professor Alaric and see how he portaled in and if he can portal us out. If he's sober. Was he sober when we left him?
he was, because I allowed our Ritz healed him a little bit. So I will say you all arrive back to the Rusty Sword. Are you going up to your room or hanging out
I'm going
downstairs?
up to the room.
Yeah,
I think we should all beeline on the way up. I'm going to try to grab the attention of what's her name? The bartender.
Wren Ironheart?
Wren. Your
What?
town's under siege. No, not Wren. Wren. Your town's under siege. If you know of a secret way out of here, start moving everyone that way as soon as you can.
What do you mean under siege?
What do they call themselves? The Iron Legion?
Oh, you mean the
the
Ironclad Legion?
Legion surrounded your town. They're looking for something.
What the hell are they
I'm
doing
trying
over
to
here?
tell you, we don't have much time. They're looking to steal something that Alavan had. They don't know where it's at, and they're going to kill anyone that gets in their way. Get as many people out of this town as you can, as quietly as you can.
You sure it's the Ironclad Legion? Because last I heard
I'm
they
walking
were
away
over
and
in
going up to the
Ironhold. Okay, bye. What were you saying, Bramblespore? You were about to say something.
Oh, I was just saying I was going up to the room.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you all make it up to the room. But what you do here on the way up, Sal, is heavy boxes being moved from below the bar. You don't know what it is, obviously, if you just kept walking, but she obviously responded in some manner. You go upstairs and you find Professor Alaric sitting on the bed with a pair of manacles floating in the air. When you, Ritz, I'm assuming, is first in the door.
I'd be last. I'd want to get everyone rushed through.
All right. So when Ritz opens the door and steps in, you will see him look up, look at the manacles, and the manacles will shoot back to his hand and back onto the bed. And he's going to be like, "Oh, hi. How are you?"
Fine. We don't have much time to talk, though, and I just kind of move in so everybody else can get in behind me. I'm not saying anything, whatever.
What?
So
What's
we don't have much
happening?
time to explain, but is there a way that you can get us out of here the same way you came here?
Well, not if I'm
You
manacled
weren't
to this
manacled,
bed.
we saw.
I'm sure I
No.
don't know what you mean.
No time.
Would you be so kind?
I go to unlock them.
Was it a key that locked it?
I'd assume so. I pulled manacles off of the generic D&D inventory list.
Sal would be the one that has the key.
So that's the key everyone's looking for.
The one key. I hold my hand out Sal for the key,
That's a genius idea. Oh yeah, I'll give him the key.
and I unlock the manacles.
Wait, which key did you give
The
him?
only key I have currently, the key for the manacles.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep. All right. I thought I trapped you there for a second, but damn. So he's gonna make a show of. Feels so good to have those off. Thank you. I was sitting here patiently
yeah,
waiting.
enough with the show.
You know.
We really need to get out of here. If you have a way.
Why?
Because the Ironclad Legion has this town surrounded, and they're going to raise this entire fucking village looking for that goddamn key everyone wants. Now, we don't have time to talk about this, and you owe us 200,000 gold because of your little charge me 40 gold for an ale trick. So you can get us out of here, and we can continue to talk about this. Or we can stand here and all die trying to defend this fucking key that none of us know what it's about.
There's a lot to unpack there.
We'll unpack later.
So let's
Now.
go and we can unpack. Yeah.
The thing is, I said 200,000 gold.
You were proving to be
This can be
That's a lot of
later.
gold.
Can
useful.
do math later. Let's go.
So, well, listen, I'm only here for the key. Do you have it or know where to find it? If you know where to find it, then absolutely, you can come with me back to the Arcane Circle and the library, and we can discuss.
We know where to find.
Let's go back to the library and discuss things.
So let's go.
All right, you are. He's going to stand up, and it's going to take me about a few minutes. Does anybody
few minutes.
have something? Do you have like chalk or something I can use to mark this door?
I take out a arrow. Here, can I scratch it in the wood?
Yeah,
Assuming it's all wood.
that or a dagger. I have a dagger you could use.
Yeah, that either works.
Okay.
And he's going to say, just sit there, and I'll be done when I finish creating this ritual space, and we'll be able to get that done in no time. And he's going to start carving the door.
I think I'm gonna knock an arrow in my short bow, just preemptively, just in case something comes through the door or the window or anything like that.
And is anybody doing anything else, or just going to wait for him to finish?
Just waiting.
Can anybody here make this simple manacle key look a lot more important than what it really is?
What do I get?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Alright, well, I'm going to set the manacle key on whatever, like, end table or dresser or whatever we have. I'm just going to leave it behind as a kind of like a fuck you after we leave. Here's your key.
Okay. After about 5 minutes passes, he's making good work on the door, and you hear what sounds like a horn being blown in the town square that you would see right out the window.
I guess I go to the window and look out. I kind of stay to the side of the window, though, so like I'm not full-blown in the window. I'm just kind of looking out to the side.
You will see multiple armored men dragging a wooden stockade from the gate, the entrance gate of the town, towards the center of town, and standing it upright. And then coming from the area of the morgue, you will see 2 other armored men that look almost exactly the same, dragging what look to be a woman that is battered and bruised in the face and bleeding from her forehead. And if you look a little closer, you realize that it is the captain of the guard, Mila Swiftarrow, being dragged towards the stockade.
I look back at everyone and go, I think we have another problem here. Mila's getting taken to the stockade, and I'm not sure what we can do about it, if anything, but she doesn't deserve this.
She doesn't.
We're more than 30 feet away, right?
Yeah.
We can't help her.
Sneaky.
Can you
I
sneaky?
was responding to Sal, like, I'm,
Oh,
and
okay.
sneaky.
I mean, I can be stealthy, but I think no matter what I do, if I tried anything, it would either A, give away our position, or B, just stop us from getting out of here.
They brought an entire army to sack this town. We can't. As much as I hate what's happening here and how much these people absolutely do not deserve this, we have a more important job to do right now. And later on down the road, we're going to kill every last one of these motherfuckers that had a part to do in this. But that's the best we can do for these people right now.
How's it going over there, Professor Alaric?
Elvish is the only one that me and you speak together, right, Sal? Or Sapper, sorry.
I think so.
I have Celestial, Common, and Elvish.
Yeah, Common and Elvish, that's all we got.
So Professor Alaric, if you asked him how he was doing, he's going to turn back. He's sweating a little bit from the brow, and he says, "This is just going to be another minute. It would be quicker if I could just, use chalk, but carving's taking a little bit more work. It'll just be a few more minutes."
So telepathically, I'm going to say to Sal, it's like, I can shift into something smaller, use May's hand to let her out, and then run back and shift back to me. They're not going to be if I'm small, they won't see.
Alright, so you said that telepathically?
Yeah. So you can't respond to me, but you can't respond in head. You'd have to respond verbally.
Look, it doesn't matter. We can't help these people. The moment she runs, they're going to put an arrow through her back. They're going to kill her, and they're going to chase everyone throughout this town trying to find us. And a lot more innocent people are going to die. It's not right, it's not fair, and it's certainly as hell as justice, but we have to let them play out their sick little game. Let them take their time, let them think that innocent people are going to get hurt and die. But that's the way of tyrants. The innocent always pay. Neither do I.
As you're debating, you're going to hear a little bit of an uproar, and you're going to hear Bren's voice outside yelling at everyone. "What do you think you're doing to our town? You can't just throw Mila up in a stockade and think we're just going to sit down and let this happen." And you'll hear Captain Devlin's voice. "In the name of Kale Ironclad of Valoria, we are seizing control of this town to put it in justice right. Mila Swiftarrow aided and abetted murderers who came to steal a possession that very few knew Erevan had. Unbeknownst to any of you, Erevan was a good good friend of our Lord Kale, and I am sickened by what these thugs, these murderers, they came to your village. They poisoned your woods, and then they pretended to save Erevan. And you're going to defend that? You're going to defend the woman who conspired with them to make that happen? I don't mean this town any harm, but what do you know of your newfound adventuring saviors? What do you know of them really? Nothing? Not a thing? Maybe they're not who they say they are, and maybe you help us find them and put things right. And Bryn's going to look around, and she has a big sword on her shoulder, and she puts the sword down, looks back over her shoulder at the inn, and almost looks like she's looking up towards the window where you are all at, and turns back and says, "You raise a lot of good points. If I ever find out where they're staying, I'll make sure to let you know." And then turns around and starts walking back towards the inn.
We need to leave.
And then you see a sword, a very large claymore, being walked ceremoniously to Captain Devlin, who is going to take it out of its sheath, raise it up into the air, and then yell out, "You've got 2 minutes to show yourselves. Otherwise, the good captain here is going to pay for your sins."
Wren's just looking at Sal like,
Sal,
And then you hear Professor Alec, "I'm done. I think I've done it. I think we can leave."
Sal's got the 1,000-yard stare, just kind of staring at a wall.
I said we could leave. That's what you
Yes,
wanted to
let's
do,
go.
yes?
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. Because this is carved into the wood, does anybody have, like,
A
a
match.
match? Or wait,
I have a
Yeah.
I think I have something. I have a tinderbox.
I have oil.
beautiful. If you put some of the oil on this side of the door, and we're going to burn the etchings off as we leave, so we can't
Okay.
follow.
Good
Looks good to
thinking.
me.
How long will it take the etchings to burn
Please.
once the last of us are through?
Probably
Will
a
it
few
just burn the
minutes.
etchings, or will it? It won't burn down the whole inn, right?
I will try and put a ward on the door itself to contain anything on the door. But while the door is open, it would keep our portal intact, and the portal wouldn't close, so nobody would be able to enter the room through the doorway until the door had burned and the portal was closed. That way.
So hypothetically speaking, if a little goblin wanted to yell out, "Haha, we're in here," shut the window and run through the doorway, they wouldn't be able to follow us through because your warden's being burned?
Unless they came into this room through, like, the window.
How high are we up?
Second floor.
Look to the rest of the group. It might give her enough time not to be killed.
You're
Can
gonna
I-
kill her regardless.
How far away are they from me?
It's probably about 75 to 100 feet away.
Well, which
in
is
that
it?
range. We're going to go with 100 feet.
Okay. So, out of character, on my sheet it says 80 for range, and then in parentheses it says 320. What's the one in parentheses? You're going
I
to
was
look at my
waiting for
sheet now.
somebody to answer.
is
Oh.
it just like half damage with the parentheses?
So the first number is the normal range, and the second is long range. So if you attack beyond normal range, you have disadvantage on the attack roll. If it's beyond the normal range, you can't attack. Or beyond the long range, you can't attack it.
Okay.
So your two numbers were what?
80 and 320.
So you can do a normal attack at up to 80 feet, and then with disadvantage up to 320.
Okay. I was going to see if I could try and... I turn around and say to the group, I was debating whether I could buy her time by trying to hit Captain Devlin there, but I'm not sure I'm good enough
That
to hit
might
him.
not be a great
Actually hit
idea.
him. All right.
How heavy is the claymore?
You wouldn't know?
Oh,
Are you-
I mean you, the DM.
Yeah. Well, okay. Are you trying to use it, get it with a mage hand?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet more than what that can carry.
Claymore, on average, you'd know that an average claymore is probably about 5 to 6 pounds.
I can do that.
This one is a very large one, so it'd probably weigh about double that. So probably about 10 to 12 pounds. You'd have to
I
try
can do
it.
10.
I'm going to tell you if it'll work.
All right, let's shuffle through.
So Professor Alaric opens the door, and you see the inside of a library. The same library those of you that looked in the door earlier when he showed up, the same one he came in from. You all just going through the door? Is anybody doing anything stupid or drastic or heroic?
Running through the door.
No, I'll go through the door, but I'm gonna keep my short bow out and kind of like ready to be aimed at the portal in case somebody else besides our group comes through until it closes.
Alright.
Wren is gonna make a mage hand, but it's just like a general one at the window that's just like, or not in the window, but just flipping off. Then going through, and she's just cussing and celestial. Not at like Sal, just at the
situation.
Cussing, yeah, just cussing.
Sal will make sure he's the last one through the portal again, and following Lyra's lead, as soon as he steps through, he'll draw his sword and ready his shield and turn around ready to fight off anything that might try to follow us through.
Alright. So as you guys pass through, Professor Alaric strikes a match against the door, and the door goes up in flames. And after about a minute or two, the portal disappears. Nothing of event happens between that time. And you are now in the Grand Library of the Arcane Circle as Professor Alaric starts walking in a direction through stacks and stacks and stacks and walls and walls and walls of books.
I guess follow away.
I'm gonna follow.
I'm gonna follow him, but say mentally to Sal, like, when the captain said, also, like, so this isn't over the table, like, I'm probably thinking too much. Is it English, or is it just, like, whatever you're thinking and they understand?
I'm gonna go with you basically speak to them in, like, common in their head.
Okay, but it doesn't matter, like, what language I'm speaking. It's just gonna appear common. Okay. Sorry. So she's gonna say telepathically. Do you think the captain was talking about me when he said that we don't know, or that they don't know, or that they're secrets?
And
knows?
that'll kind of break Sal out of his little brooding fit he was in. No, that he created a lie to destroy our reputation and try to get the town to turn on us.
She's just gonna kind of nod and keep following the group.
Are there signs of anybody else in wherever we are?
There are multiple people out there studying. You see a lot of people in cloaks. You see a few people off in a, like, almost like a side area that looks like it's outdoors, that seem to be reading books or scrolls and trying to pronounce what they're reading and cast spells. And Professor Alaric is just kind of beelining through them towards a set of stairs in the distance.
I follow to the stairs.
And he's going to start walking up the stairs towards a very large, ornate set of doors.
Ooh, nice doors. This is where we die. Let's go through the doors.
Lyra's put her
Let's
short
go.
bow away at this point too. She's not carrying it out anymore. But she's been following kind of in the back more.
So you follow Professor Alaric into what looks like a very large office that has all of the walls covered by bookshelves, a very large wooden desk that seems to have spell runes carved into it, and a chair spins around, and you see a long, silver-haired elven man with a beard, and he looks up at all of you, has a confused look on his face, and goes, Professor, who were they? And Professor Alaric is going to turn, see you all, get a shocked look on his face, and goes, I thought you would have all just waited where you were. I had to take care of something. I apologize. Why did you follow me?
Fugitives and don't know where we are.
Well, you're at the Library of the Arcane Circle. I told you that.
We don't know. We don't know if we can trust.
I told you I had to go talk to the Archmage before we did anything else, right? I could have sworn I told you that. Are you sure?
Yes. She's not.
That sounds like a thing I would remember doing.
But she's going to say yes. She is sure.
Give me 2 seconds, and he's going to turn back. These are the fine folks that I found that believe they know where Erevan's key is located and how to find it. I promised them anything from the level 1 magical items room, and told them that they could study here if need be, or join if they really wanted to. But Yeah, this is them. And then he's gonna kind of step aside as the old elvish man stands up, and he's going to float over, like up over the desk on what looks to be a small silver disc. And as he gets closer, you are going to notice that he has very dark skin. You didn't see it from across the room, but his skin is like a purplish black hue. And he looks at you all and says, "Would you mind stepping to the left? Just like 2 steps, please."
I'll take 2 steps to the left.
I take 2 steps to the left.
Perfect. You've all stepped into a zone of truth, and I'm going to ask you, what do you know of the key that Aravan had on him when he died?
I know that the Ironclad Legion is currently slaughtering a town full of innocent people to get their hands on it.
And I'm going to have everybody make a charisma saving throw for me
This
real
should be
quick.
good.
14.
What was that?
16.
A 16 for Lyra, a 5 for Ritz,
I think 5 is good.
12 for Sal, and what was Bramblespore?
11.
11. All right, so none of you can lie. You cannot speak a deliberate lie while you're standing there. So he looks at you and says, "All right, do you know where the key is?"
And I can tell we're under a magical effect, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I would assume you would have heard of what a zone of truth is.
Yes.
So you know, like he said, you're in a zone of truth when you step to the left.
Yeah, no, that'll be my answer to his question. Is I'm just kind of glare at him and yes.
Perfect. Where is it?
Safe.
Do you have it?
I do not.
Do one of you have it?
I point to me and Ritz and say, we do not.
And he's going to put his hands up to the bridge of his nose.
This is a very weird way to show that
You-
you're on the side of good if you're forcing us in a zone of truth like this.
You act like I've never dealt with anyone dodging the question before.
We don't know you. We don't know anything about you.
That's fine. This is not an optional thing. You are in my library. You are in my campus, and you are in my domain. This is not a friendly visit. I don't know you. I don't know whether I can trust you. If you have information that helps, good. If you don't, you will leave. It's as simple as that. This is just the easiest, simplest way to get that information. I don't have time for the fake pleasantries and the fake, "How are you?" and "Let me care about your life." I don't. I need to know whether you can help us or not. It's that simple. So I'll ask it again. Do one of you have the key?
What do you plan to do with the key? Like, do you plan to take it from us if we have it? Or do you plan to let us keep it and do what we intended and what we said we were going to do, which is research it? Or
That depends on your answer to follow-up questions.
Look, I agree with you. We don't have time for all this pleasantries. So I'm going to cut right down to it. We're going to keep this key safe. We just sacrificed an entire town of innocent people that didn't deserve it to keep it out of that maniac's hands. We don't know who you are. We don't know if we can trust each other. What I do know is I am tired of being handed losses today, and I will do whatever it takes to make sure that this key does not fall into the wrong hands, including yours. We don't know each other. We don't have to trust each other.
I have a few follow-up questions from hearing that. Why don't we have enough time? I'm not sure if you understand where we are. 2, who is the maniac that you're speaking of? And 3, again, I don't think you understand where we are. So where do you think you are?
I don't know where we are. We're trying to keep it away from, what was it, Devlin? He sacked
Captain Devlin,
the
yeah.
town of Millfield in the name of the Ironclad Legion.
So they figured out you had the key too.
I don't have the key.
Lovely. Well, seeing as you said you were going to keep it safe, I don't know how you would do that if you didn't have it in your possession to keep safe.
I do know where it is.
I do like how nobody's willing to answer my question about whether any of you have it. But let's cut to the chase. Like you said, you're in a demiplane. You can't leave here unless I say so. We are removed from the material world. We are removed from time and space. We don't have the problem of dealing with the outside world and their squabbles. When we interfere It's on a much grander scale. You said you wanted to protect people and keep the key safe. If the key is out of reach from everyone on your in the world, I feel like that's the safest it's gonna get. My goal, and he's gonna step into the circle, like right up next to you, and say, my goal is to keep the power, the balance of power in the world. Any one person with too much power, any one faction, any one nation, anything that gains too much power too quickly can throw the whole world into chaos. All I want is to keep that from happening, which means keeping the key out of the reach of anybody there. Out of respect for the Druidic Circle and Erevan, we didn't force him to give it up. I don't know you. I don't have that same respect for you. So if you do have it, and you'd like to live the rest of your life here, absolutely, I'll let you keep it. Or you can earn my respect, and maybe then I'll also let you keep it. But the easy way is if you'd like to just go, give me the key, or tell me where it is, and then you can just leave. And we don't have to interact again. It's very simple.
I'd have to talk to my friends, but...
Wren's just going to say telepathically to Sal, like, he sounds like you, except with the beard.
She'll get a side eye from me at that. I'd have to talk to my friends, see what they want to do. But the last we talked about it, we don't know anything about this damn key, except that ever since Erevan entrusted it to us when he knew he was about to die, it has done nothing but bring chaos into our lives. We don't know what it's for. We don't know what it's supposed to do. We don't know anything about it. We just need more information, period, at this point.
Right? All right. Information we can do. Young lady, you can stop worrying. We're not going to take it from you. We know you have it. And he's going to wave his arm, and the doors are going to open. And he's like, all right, follow me. Well, let's go have a chat and start walking out of the room.
Can I insight this guy? Does he seem like he's on the up and up?
Go ahead, roll.
25.
He seems very no-nonsense, but there's no reason to not believe what he's saying, or to believe that he has negative or ill intentions towards you.
I guess I follow.
What I will also say is with a 25, you get the idea that he is absolutely not showing his whole hand. At any given time, he appears to be the type that is, all right, I'll show you one of the cards, but no, there's no reason to just flip the hand over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn it. Alright, well, whatever.
Can I do an insight for, like, if we're in danger? Like the... is that insight?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. We'll do an insight roll.
23.
I would say you don't feel like you're in danger the way you might have felt with Devlin, but I'd say you also believe what he's saying and that you could be in a dangerous position given some slight changes of the situation if they don't go your way.
She's just gonna look back at Sal and be like, don't think we're gonna die. It probably won't kill us. Probably.
I'm following.
Yeah, she's...
Go to along.
So he's going to go out and move his way to what seems like the back of the library, if there was a front or back, and he's going to pull out a big ol' tome and set it down on a table. And for whoever has followed him, he's going to say, what do you know about the gods?
I follow one of them.
Which one?
You asking which one I follow, or are you repeating his which one?
Oh, both? Which one do you follow, and what do you know about any of the gods?
I follow the moon goddess.
Althea. Alright, that makes sense. Any of the rest of you worshipping or find yourself to be praying fairly often, or no?
I am a druid of the Mycelium Queen.
That seems fairly rare.
Well, I mean, I did grow up on a mushroom farm.
I have a lot of questions for you. Those will have to wait.
Okay.
But it seems like you don't know, based off of what you told me in my office, you don't understand what the key is that you have. And if I'm being honest, neither do we completely. We have gathered the world's largest collection of historical texts, and we cannot find anything that dates back to the earliest times of our world. But the first things we can find all seem to indicate that the gods that we have now are not the gods that we always had. There's a lot of missing information, but the key always seems to get brought up when discussing something far more ancient. All we know is that it references an artifact and that it has great power, and that's a little terrifying.
Would Wren have any suspicion of the ancient thing that they're talking about?
Nope. I would say none of you have heard of any mention ever of old gods. You might have passed churches to the current gods, but nobody's ever mentioned old gods, especially not in religion.
I find all of this fascinating.
And you have no idea what this artifact might be?
Our research has come across conflicting reports, and the problem with that is without ways to test, it's almost impossible to know which one is true, which one is false, what's exaggerated through story, and what's not. The common theme is that it's powerful, but there have been stories that it can be used to cause mass destruction. There's been stories that it can be used to cause mass healing. There's stories that it can be used to affect time. There's stories that it can be used to build new areas of space. This is all a little far-fetched, but we are standing in a demiplane created by magic, so not that far-fetched. But we don't know what it does, why it does, but anything that could be that powerful is dangerous. As scholars, we obviously want to know, but we mostly want to know how it connects to any idea of old gods. Is the current knowledge is that Arinth, the creator, created Arinthia. I'm sure you've all heard that preached is the one, the creator, and if there are old gods, that can't be true. So either somebody's trying to plant bad information that would unfortunately affect all knowledge that we've gained since then, or all of the preconceived notions that we had on the creation of our world are all false as well. The problem is mortals and the rest of us that live on the world don't tend to care so much about the long-term existence of the world and instead want short-term power, glory, money, fame. So the key is usually sought after for those who want to conquer or steal or enrich their lives. We got lucky in that Aravan had found it. Aravan kept it safe because he had the respect of almost anybody. And with him dead, it's a free-for-all. So again, if you would entrust me with the key, we can keep it safe. If you'd like to help me with my research, we can have you go out and help and study and find a new information, test theories.
I might be interested in that.
Can even become official members of the Arcane Circle. Or I can just place you back wherever you came from and you can keep dealing with the normal world and have fun doing it that way. It's up to you.
What's your official stance on the Ironclad Order?
The Ironclad Legion, from what we've been able to gather, they are run by Cale Ironclad. He was a general of a mercenary army in Valoria. He helped in a few wars between Valoria and Gorgonia and worked his way up to becoming a lord of Ironhold. And the other nations don't fully interfere with what he does because he has been known to sell his army to the highest bidder.
Where does the Arcane Circle stand with the Legion?
Well, out of it. We do not get involved. We don't have contact with them as we don't think that they are necessary or good. But we also know that if Cale didn't exist, someone else would do the same thing. There's no point in interfering to stop it. That's a waste of time.
So can we work with you first to gather information before we think about handing the key over, or are you saying you need it right now?
Well, I don't plan on letting the key leave this demiplane. That, to be perfectly frank, that I don't plan on doing. Now that it's here, I have zero plans to let it go. And he's going to gesture towards Lyra. If you would like to stay while the rest of your friends go off and work with us, that's fine. If you would like to hand it off to each of you and have one of you watch it, that's also fine. Or you can hand it here and we can watch it. And you can come and go as you please and work with us to solve the problem.
Can we have a few minutes to, unless anyone else has any questions, can we have a few minutes to discuss this among ourselves?
I mean, you have all the time in the world. It doesn't work the same way here as it does everywhere else, so take all the time you want. And he's going to start walking away.
Lyra turns to the group and says, I'm not sure we have much. I'm not sure what options we have here.
Well, I think it's kind of safe to say if he wanted to take it from us, he probably would have done it already.
Right, but he's also veiled threat. He's not letting us leave with it.
I think it might be worth trying to work with him. At least this way we're still somewhat involved with what's going on.
It's kind of where I'm headed to.
You're all going to hear a voice that says, excuse me. Excuse me. Hello.
Lyra will turn to the voice. Can we help you?
The voice is actually coming from on top of a bookshelf right next to you.
Wren's gonna jump about like 3 feet. Like,
There appears to be a small tiefling man kind of laying on top of the bookshelves. He's got tousled hair and a smirk, and he snaps his fingers, and a puff of smoke hits him, and he is now standing next to you all. I'm really sorry about that. I don't mean to listen in, but I couldn't help myself, and I got a question.
Go on.
What's that? And he's going to point at the wrist of Wren, or the arm of Wren.
It's an arm. I look at it.
I'm wearing long sleeves.
Yeah, no.
No?
Is soon.
Without giving everything away, let's just say that I caught an angle when you jumped there. That's not what I was listening in, but I thought I saw something. You got something up your
She
sleeve?
pulls out her dagger.
Whoa! Oh, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant at all. Never mind. But I hear you've got the Archmage all kinds of worked up.
Have that effect on people.
He's gonna lean in and lean on Lyra's shoulder, and he's gonna go, you know, he used to get that way with me too, because sometimes I take things, and then he's gonna hold up a book in his hand. He's gonna say I would take things, and he's gonna wave his hand over it, and it's gonna disappear. And you can say, and I'd make him
Lyra's
go somewhere
gonna take
else.
a step back.
Can I see if he's going for trying to go for the key?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll insight,
I'm
or
going to do perception.
yeah, go ahead.
19.
He doesn't look like he's reaching towards the key. It looks like he's just kind of showing off.
How did you do that?
Funny, I seem to also have a knack for making people disappear.
And he's gonna kind of take a step back and go, "Whoo, ha! This guy, get a load of this guy. You need a drink. You could just kind of chill out a little bit. That would be swell. Look, man, I'm not here to take anything. I'm just saying I heard the Archmage say that he's not gonna let you leave, and I've never been one that likes to be constrained. So if you like to get out of here at any point and don't feel like doing what you're told, you just find me and maybe let me come along on your adventures, because I'm kind of sick of being cooped up in here. But I also don't know my way around out there.
And what's your name?
Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. And he's going to take a real deep bow. My name's Merrick Swiftwind.
I'm not sure that I'd say pleasure to meet you necessarily yet, but nice to meet you, I guess. But Lyra's going to stay away from him a little bit, not quite trusting him.
What is Merrick?
Merrick is a tiefling.
And it was on the shelf?
He was on top of the
Aren't tieflings
bookshelf.
big?
I said he's a small
Smaller,
tiefling.
medium.
Yeah. Like, these are big bookshelves. These aren't like your kid's bedroom bookshelves. These are like Library of Congress bookshelves.
Okay, I'd like to roll see if this guy's full of crap.
Go ahead.
11.
So you don't really think that he's lying. The only thing you don't know what this word means, but you just get an overwhelming gut feeling of the word fuckboy. And
I don't think I like him. Just something about him.
but it's like in your head you hear fuckboy wizard, and that's just the gut feeling you get. is whatever that instant feeling when you heard those words now is what your character feels without knowing
fuck this
exactly
guy.
what that means.
Yeah, Wren's gonna kind of not like edge behind Sal, but just kind of like have him more in between her and Merrick, right?
And he's going to pop up behind you. Yep, it's Merrick.
Well, I meant that. I said that out of character, like because I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, well, he
Can
popped
she
up behind you out of character.
Can she punch
Said,
him?
Yup, Merrick.
Yes, out of character, she should be able to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in character. That's in
Yeah,
character.
sure,
like
out of character.
when he
Yeah.
pops up behind her, can she punch him in the face?
Roll an attack roll. Or a strength roll. Or like a roll with your strength modifier for an unarmed attack.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Red.
What'd you roll?
0.
Oh, so you go to punch, and he actually catches your hand in like the most over dramatic way possible. Your hand goes out, and he ducks and kind of spins under it, and then he's now holding it. He goes, "Hi, nice to meet you."
Not nice. No, not nice.
What? I think I'm being very nice.
It's my turn to punch you next.
Let go.
Again. Then he's gonna dip down and slide back over towards Lyra and Ritz and Bramblespore and be like, "Whoa! Why are we so hostile all of a
We
sudden?"
were having a private discussion and you just popped into the middle of it.
To be fair, you're in a public library. There are so many different rooms you could have a private conversation in. Is it my fault that I just happen to be studying up there?
He's got a point.
But whatever, man. Y'all keep having your private conversation. I'm gonna go. If you need me, I'm gonna be out by the fountain.
Need you.
I'll see you later. And he's gonna like dip down and he's gonna appear behind you again. Did you just say you needed me?
Hungry.
Can I Eldritch Blast him?
No.
Roll it.
Oh,
Does 16 hit?
See? 16 does hit.
He got 10 force damage, I think, if I read that right.
It is going to knock him back, and he is going to get thrown through a bookshelf. And you're going to hear a whole lot of
shit.
footsteps.
boy.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Go here.
Where are we going, Wren? We're in a pocket dimension.
Out, library!
Oh,
You are, you hear footsteps coming real fast.
Oh, shit. Well, looks like we really better start working with them because they're going to be really upset.
Yep.
Self-defense. It was self-defense. We were scared.
You're going to hear the voice of what seems to be a young woman, and she's going to go, "Excuse me, what was that?"
That was Merrick Swiftwind flying through a bookshelf.
He tripped.
No,
He tripped.
he tripped. How does a trip look like an Eldritch Blast?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but he kind of scared my friend here. We were having a conversation, and he decided to eavesdrop from atop of the shelf and startled us mid-conversation.
Popped up behind.
And you're in a public area. You can't just go blasting anyone that
He
startles you in
shouldn't
a
have
public
come
area.
right behind me. Not polite.
And you're gonna hear from behind you, "Oh no, it's all right. It's all right. We're just playing around. It's not a big deal."
She's glaring the pile of books.
And he's gonna look at her and say, "Evangeline, it's not a problem. Can you, I like to have fun. I will pay for the damages. I'm sorry." And she's gonna look at him, and she's gonna roll her eyes and just wave her hands, and the wizards that had gathered are going to disperse. And then he's gonna lean on Sal's shoulder and go, "That one, she has a stick up her butt so far. Anything that's out of the ordinary, she has to investigate." Wound a little too
Blank
tight, you know what I mean?
Stare at this person.
So is that how you guys say hello?
So, if you can get out of here so easily, why do you need us?
Because, like I said, I don't really know my way around not in here. I've been in here my whole life.
You were born here?
I've read about the outside world, and it sounds chaotic and fun and adventurous. It's not boring, like books and studying and books.
I don't think you should be let loose on this world. No offense.
regardless of what we decide, though, I think that as we told the other fellow that we need to have a conversation with just us.
Yeah, where
I
are
need to
these
talk to my friends
private
here.
rooms that everyone keeps mentioning?
And he's gonna point behind you all. There's like a little alcove. There seem to be like little meeting rooms dotted along the walls of the library.
I head there.
Yeah, head towards one of the meeting rooms.
Wren's gonna kind of keep her eye on Merrick and be like, "Don't follow."
And we're like, all right, but if I could give you all just one little quick word of advice.
Sure.
Thaddeus doesn't like to be told no. So, just keep that in mind.
Thaddeus is the silver-haired guy? Archmage, yeah.
The
okay.
Archmage, yes.
Good to know.
You know. But yeah, I'll be out here if you need me.
We won't.
Not yet.
We
He's
might.
gonna wave, and then he's gonna start climbing back up and lay down on top of a bookshelf.
And it's gonna be the last one to close the door. And as soon as the door's closed, be like, "Don't like that man." Gary.
Why?
Yeah, I get a skeevy feeling from him.
And Wren's gonna say to Sal telepathically and be like, I think he might know. I think he saw my arms.
Sal nods slightly. He might be our best bet, though.
We could drop him on the Iron Men. Let them just deal with each other.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Most of my thoughts are just focused on killing Devlin. So I'm gonna take a step back and let everybody discuss what they want to do with the key. Because right now, all I can think about is running someone through with my sword. That's not gonna help us.
I like my idea of dropping Merrick on Devlin and just boom.
But he's very small. I don't know how effective that would be.
He could cause chaos, cause distraction.
My concern with going with Merrick is, do we really want the Arcane Circle as enemies? Or to
No.
piss them off?
Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. And who's to say Merrick is somebody we want in our world?
Right.
Would just be satisfying.
I agree.
I almost feel like we should try working with the Arcane Circle.
I was gonna say, I think they might be our best bet, especially since we're probably not getting out of here otherwise.
Well, they'll let us out, just not without the key.
Right.
And they're not forcing the key out of us. They're slightly forcing us.
Just
Yeah, I was
a
gonna
little
say,
light
A
extortion.
little bit of,
Extortion, slight imprisonment, you know.
At least they feed us. Wait,
They haven't
are
fed
they?
us yet.
Are they going to feed
do they
us?
feed us?
They have not.
Red is very alarmed.
I say we work with them, find out what we can about this key, maybe get some cool stuff.
Alright, I still don't really like it, but I think that's our best bet so far.
Yeah, because fuck Merrick.
Yeah.
He'd probably enjoy that.
He's gonna pop up behind all of you. Did somebody have a suggestion? What was that?
All
What is
right,
with
look,
you?
Can she
I
Eldritch
have
Blast?
I have
No.
met 3 mages in the last 6 hours, and so far I'm 2 for 3 for the overwhelming urge to stab them.
How close is he to me?
Who is the one?
I'm not sure I want to smoke with the Archmage.
Merrick is currently standing right behind, or he's like squatting right behind.
Ritz? I make
Ritz,
my
thank
cloak
you.
bellow in his face.
Well,
Oh, that's a real cool
while the
cloak.
cloak is bellowing in his face, Lyra's gonna kind of send her little ferret over to do like a fury circle around him and nibble at his like leg or something, and
Yeah.
then run back.
And Ren?
Ah!
And
Keep
Ren
your
shoot
rat off of me.
Another Eldritch Blast at him.
Oh my god! No.
If I see her starting to shout, can I stop this?
Yeah.
That's a cantrip. I can cast it as much as I want.
But if I
no
see her
assault.
starting to like chant and raise her arm, I'll stand in between her and Merrick.
Oh, it's like it's a 5. She can't. Would a 5 hit? Yeah. So
Nope. But let me say, you're still trying to fire if you're rolling it. So you reach your hand out and you go to fire, and it goes to blast, and then everything seems to stop.
oh.
And then
Dad's gonna be mad.
there is a bag being held in front of you that was not there when you last were looking, and it seems to be absorbing, like it's open and absorbing your Eldritch Blast and being held by the Archmage.
Hi.
If you could refrain from blowing up my
I wasn't
library
gonna blow up library. Just was
for
going to hit creepy man.
and blast him into
The
what?
wall.
That holds my what?
Do all of the walls hold books?
That's what walls are for, yes.
They look like solid walls. And he's small. That wouldn't cause books to fall, and I can pick them back up.
Have you made up your mind yet?
I won't hit him. She puts her hand down.
I think we're leaning towards a general consensus. If I could just have one quick sidebar with my companion here. Wren, can you please stop trying to make us extra-dimensional outcasts?
Creepy man, just stop showing up!
He lives here. We don't. He's annoying as shit. Please stop trying to kill the people that are offering us refuge.
She's swearing in Celestial again under her breath, and she just sits in the corner with hands crossed. Like, fine.
So, what would membership in the Arcane Circle, entail?
Well, we'd have to find out what your skill set is to find out which division of the Arcane Circle you best belong in. We have research divisions, we have expedition divisions, we have cleaning divisions, we have housekeeping divisions,
Adventuring divisions.
Well, that would be our expeditioning division that goes out, leaves the Arcane Circle to accomplish a task, and returns.
Sign me up.
We're not just going to sign you up unless you're suited for it, all right?
I'm small. I don't take a lot of clothes, so it's good.
Most of our expeditioning divisions spend hundreds of years training to be ready. If you think you're good enough, I'll let you test yourselves out against one of them. And if you beat them, sure, then you can, your little group here can be an expeditioning division.
I'd like to look to Sapper. You've been wanting to stab something lately.
Oh, that is true. Honestly, everything you've said before sounds like a great deal, with one small catch. You don't want to let the key leave this pocket, whatever it is. And honestly, looking from the outside in, that's a very smart move.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that at the moment. If you don't want to stay, you can go now.
But we feel kind of obligated to keep the key with us and protect it. I understand not wanting to let it venture out into the world where we could get killed and the key get lost. Is there some kind of a magical box we could put it in to keep it safe while we're adventuring with it?
I plan to put it into a magically warded bag of holding.
Can Lyra check her, subtly so that they don't really see it, but check where she put the key to make sure it's still there? Because the way he's talking makes it sound like I don't have the key anymore, and that's making me nervous.
So you stick your hand in there and do not feel a key.
God damn it. Did Merrick take it while he was messing with me?
Mm.
Why are you do now?
Lyra's gonna... Lyra's gonna look at Sal and just hopefully just kind of slowly shake her head and hopefully get across that the key is missing.
And Sal was getting kind of concerned with his word choice also. We've hit 3 of 3 wizards.
Yep.
You're planning on putting the key in a warded bag of holding? Have you already put the key in a warded bag of holding?
No, I'll do that once I get back to my office, once we decide if you'd like to stay or you'd like to leave.
This doesn't exactly give us good feelings that you just took it from us.
You've already damaged my library once. You were about to do it again. I happened to stop time and saw it as a good opportunity to take what we needed.
Not we. They shouldn't be punished for me.
You're all together, are you not?
Lone decision.
Yeah, well, if that was the case, then this one, and he's going to point to Sal, wouldn't have stepped in front of you to try and stop you from damaging anything if he felt that he didn't need to get involved. But again, the question still stands. Would you like to leave, or do you want to stay?
We came to work.
Yeah, we'd still like to find out more information about the key and work with you. I'm not very happy right now.
All right. Well, then I will schedule a little light competition tomorrow. I hope you don't mind. One of our instructors will have to work with you to ensure that you know the tasks as they are given to you and what is expected. If you can win in a little friendly competition against one of our other expedition teams, you're more than welcome to sign up for the expedition team. If you fail, however, you'll all be individually judged and sorted into whatever role we see you as best fit for.
When we succeed, can we discuss our expeditionary team being able to hold on to that warded bag of holding?
We can absolutely discuss it. So it sounds like we have a deal, though?
I look back to the group. Yeah?
After we get quote unquote sorted or whatever, if we don't like what we were sorted into, we have the option to leave at that point still too, right?
No.
We have to wear some kind of hat that tells us where we belong. Okay.
No. You would each be given challenges, and your results in those challenges would determine where you would be a good fit.
Easy enough.
It's typically challenges we make our young adults take when they come of age to find out where they are a good fit.
I stick a little hand out. Let's get this over with.
Beautiful. We're going to introduce you to the trainer that is going to head up your squad. And you're going to see a hooded figure come walking in the room. And he takes off his hood. And you recognize a tiefling. And he goes, "Hey guys, long time no see. I thought this entrance would be cooler."
Why not? Sure.
Excuse me?
Being tested for my faith. This is what this is.
Sounds like we're all going to be buddies now.
I thought we already were.
I like this guy. What are you?
I'm a gnome.
Oh, I thought you were a mushroom. You're covered in mushrooms.
I
Yeah.
pull off one of the mushrooms and give it to him.
He's going to wave his hand and sound like he's casting a spell, and then eat the mushroom.
Interesting.
He goes, that is not a very delicious mushroom. I don't think those should be food.
I grab another one and start eating it.
All right. This one's weird. So, you all ready for the games tomorrow?
I like
Yep.
him.
So what are we going to call call ourselves?
Team Takashi.
Team what?
Team Takashi. It means unfortunate. Yeah.
Team Kakashi?
What? No.
All right.
No. Oh, no.
That's our name. I'll make sure I go put that on the roster
That's
for tomorrow.
so long before Sapper's time.
Yeah. You're all going to bunk with me tonight. I only have one bed, so either we're all going to have to wiggle around on the
Sleeping
bed
on
together,
floor.
or...
With the knife.
Okay.
I'm small, I can fit.
All right. Let's have, if I've read in the books correctly, a slumber party. This is going to be great. And, yeah, he's going to walk away, and that's where we're going to end the session tonight. You get to next time go have a slumber party with Merrick.
Lovely.
I hate Merrick. Just... That's
I
ended out of
love-
character.
I think
love
he's
this.
awesome.
This is awesome. I love the fact that Wren is going to kill Merrick.
Am I the only one that thinks Merrick is awesome?
Oh no, he is, but I just like the fact that Wren can't stand him. This is great.
I feel like Wren, Sal, and Lyra can't stand
True,
him.
but it's funny that Wren doesn't.
He puts her on a little on a little bit of edge.
Yeah, that's fun to me. Well, if you want to find us on Twitter before it slowly dies a horrible, painful death to Threads, you can find a podcast Twitter at rcrittypod.
You can find me on Instagram at Cruise Card Collection. That's CRUZ.
I'm going to try and get us on Threads because Threads is better than Twitter at this point. But I got to make us an Instagram and then sign into that Instagram and make a Threads from there. So we'll see how this works. It might be done. Anybody else got anything?
Nope.
Nope.
We're still waiting
Well-
for that Cinnabon sponsorship. So Cinnabon, we love you.
Great, we're still waiting for you. We're here.
I will gladly eat a Cinnabon or a billionaire.
I hear they're both tasty.
Yeah, one makes me feel good, like in my tummy, and the other one makes me feel good in my heart.
I never knew you were part orca, but I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is, I'm a big fan of pressure cooked billionaires. Sorry, that joke imploded. Wasn't that funny?
You tried though. Good try.